Good morning, dear students. Today topic is change of state. We know matter are three types. Here first one is solids, second one is liquids, third one is gases. Here I am taking a solid. In solid, atoms are very close to each other. So here it is solid. So here I am taking a liquid in a vessel. In liquid, atoms are not much close. Here it is liquid. So here the change of state from solid to liquid is called melting. Here the change of state from liquid to solid is known as fission. Here I am taking gas or a vapor. In gases, atoms are at large distance. The change of state from liquid to gas is known as vaporization. The change of state from gas to liquid is known as condensation. Here the change of state from gas to solid is known as deposition. The change of state from solid to gas is known as sublimation. First one is melting. The change of state from solid to liquid is called melting. Here example is the change of state ice to water. Here ice is solid, water is liquid. So here the change of state from solid to liquid is called melting. So next one is fission. The change of state from liquid to solid is called fusion. Example, water is converted to ice. So here water is in liquid state, ice is in solid state. So here the change of state liquid to solid is known as fusion. Next one is melting point. The temperature at which solid and liquid states of substance are in thermal equilibrium with each other is called melting point. So for example, for ice water, at standard atmospheric pressure, so the melting point is 0 degree Celsius. That is, at 0 degree Celsius, ice and water are in thermal equilibrium. Next one is vaporization. The change of state from liquid to vapor. Or gas is called vaporization. So your example is the change of state from water to vapor. Next one, condensation. The change of state from vapor to liquid is called condensation. Example, a change of state from vapor to water. Boiling point. The temperature at which liquid and vapor states of a substance coexist in thermal equilibrium. For example, for water, steam, at normal atmospheric pressure, the boiling point is 100 degree Celsius. Next one is sublimation. The change of state from solid to vapor. Without passing through liquid state is called sublimation. So here examples are dry ice. So that is solid carbon dioxide. And another one is iodine. Next one is latent heat. The amount of heat per unit mass transferred during change of state of the substance is called latent heat of the substance. For the process, here for 1 kg mass, required heat is latent heat, that is L. For mkg mass, how much heat is required? That is Q is equal M into L by 1. From this, L is equal Q by M. Here SI unit is joule per kg. Here latent heat value depends on first one, substance, and pressure. The latent heat for a solid liquid state change is called latent heat of fusion. So that is LF. At normal pressure, latent heat of fusion is LF is equal to 80 calorie per gram, or LF is equal to 3.33 into 10 to the power of 5 joule per kg. The latent heat for a liquid vapor state change is called latent heat of vaporization. For water at normal pressure, latent heat of vaporization, that is LV, is equal to 540 calorie per gram, or LV is equal to 22.6 into 10 to the power of 5 joule per kg. Here the question is, why burns from steam are more serious than those from boiling water? Here we know at 100 degrees Celsius, steam have 22.6 into 10 to the power of joule per kg amount of heat. This is more heat than water at 100 degrees Celsius. So steam are more serious than boiling water. So that is, steam at 100 degrees Celsius carries 22.6 into 10 to the power of 5 joule per kg more heat than water at 100 degrees Celsius. Here I am taking pressure versus temperature graph. In this graph, it have three regions. So this region is solid region, this region is liquid region, and this region is vapor region. The line which is divided into solid region, liquid region is known as ice line, that is OA line. The line which is divided into liquid region, vapor region is known as streamline, so that is OC line. The line which is divided into solid region, vapor region is known as sublimation line. Here a point on sublimation line is represent solid phase, vapor phase coexist at thermal equilibrium. Here a point on ice line represent solid phase and liquid phase coexist at thermal equilibrium, and a point on streamline represent liquid phase and vapor phase coexist at thermal equilibrium. Here O is triple point. It is a point at which solid, liquid and vapor can coexist in thermal equilibrium. Here O is triple point. That is, it is a point at which solid, liquid and vapor can coexist in thermal equilibrium. For water, triple point coordinates are T is equal 0.01 degree Celsius or 273.16 Kelvin. Pressure P is equal 0.006 atmosphere or 4.58 millimeter of Hg. From above graph, first one, boiling point increases with increase in pressure. For example, pressure cooker. In pressure cooker, boiling point increases with increase in pressure. Boiling point decreases with decrease in pressure. Example, cooking on hill. Top of the hill is at low pressure. Due to low pressure, boiling point is decreases. So it is difficult to cooking. See second one, melting point decreases with increase in pressure. Example is skating. Below the skate, due to increase in pressure, melting point of ice is decreases. So ice is converted into water at low temperature. So here water acts as a lubricant. Next one, resolution. The phenomenon of refreezing is called resolution. Let us take a slab of ice on two wooden blocks. Take a metallic wire, fix two 5 kg masses at both ends. Put metallic wire over a ice slab. Here it is 5 kg mass. Here it is 5 kg mass. Just below the wire, ice melt at low temperature due to increase in pressure. When wire has passed water above the wire freezes again. The phenomenon of refreezing is called resolution. Due to resolution, ice slab is not divided into two parts. Skating is possible on snow due to the formation of water below the skate. Water is formed due to the increase of pressure and it acts as a lubricant. Here I am taking temperature versus heat graph. Let us take a ice cube in a vessel. Here it is ice cube. So here initially at time t is equal to 0 second, it is at minus 20 degrees Celsius. So at time t is equal to 0 second, ice cube is at minus 20 degrees Celsius. So here it is ice. By applying heat, temperature of ice is increases. Here applied heat is used to increase its temperature. So up to 0 degrees Celsius, here it is ice. Up to 0 degrees Celsius, ice is in solid phase. So here applied heat is used to increase its temperature. We know specific heat S is equal to 1 by m into del Q by del T. So from this we can write del Q is equal to ms del T. So here how much heat is applied to increase minus 20 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius? That is del Q is equal to ms del T. At 0 degrees Celsius, applied heat is used to change its phase, that is solid phase to liquid phase. So here applied heat is used to change its phase, that is 0 degrees Celsius. At 0 degrees Celsius, ice is converted into water. So how much energy is required? We know latent heat of fusion LF is equal to Q by M. From this Q is equal, we can write M into LF. So here this much of amount of heat is required to change its phase, that is solid phase to liquid phase, that is ice is converted into water. So that is Q is equal to M LF. So here LF is latent heat of fusion. The value of latent heat of fusion LF is 3.33 into 10 to the power of 5 joule per kg or 80 kilocalorie per kg. At 0 degrees Celsius, ice and water are at thermal equilibrium. So this temperature is known as melting point of water. So your melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. At 0 degrees Celsius, phase is change. So that is solid phase to liquid phase. Here at 0 degrees Celsius, ice is converted into water. So here it is water at 0 degrees Celsius. So by applying heat, applied heat is used to increase its temperature. That is, temperature is increased 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. So here temperature is increased 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. So how much heat is required to increase 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius? So that is del Q is equal MS del T. Here 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius, it is in liquid phase, that is water. At 100 degrees Celsius, applied heat is used to change its phase. So that is liquid phase to gas phase. So here water converted into steam. At 100 degrees Celsius, applied heat is used to convert its phase, that is water to steam. We know latent heat of vaporization LV is equal Q by M. From this we can write Q is equal M into LV. So here applied heat is how much? That is Q is equal M LV. The value of latent heat of vaporization LV is 22.6 into 10 to the power 5 joule per kg or 540 kilocalorie per kg.